There's only so much time in a day, and somehow the world expects us to work long shifts, exercise 30 minutes to an hour, have 3 square meals, sleep at least 8 hours, have hobbies, side hustles, continue our education, and still have time to go in between all of these and have a social life and family too. Not to mention, if you want to create wealth and have even more, I mean, where do you find time in the day? Well, I think I cracked the code. You see, you don't sleep. Actually, I optimize as much time as possible. Even this video I'm recording during my lunch break. But in all seriousness, there's a triangle. And I have seen this triangle for a very long time now, but basically you have 3 points. You've got work, relationship, self-care. And many people say that in order for you to have that perfect triangle, those 3 must be equal. It's kind of a meme at this point where everyone says that you literally cannot do it. It is a perfect life. It is impossible. And honestly, I think that they're right. It is quite literally impossible. You will never be perfect at time management, but this triangle, what if you didn't have to be on every single point? What if there was space in between where you could be a random spot inside? And I know a lot of people talk about that, but it's not talked about enough how we have such unrealistic expectations put on our shoulders, and 24 hours in a day, but 30 hours worth of work. It is literally the reason why I have sacrificed self-care and sleep in order for me to balance the other 2 as best as I possibly can. And even then, I'm not perfect, and neither are you. You're not going to be. But how do you get to the closest thing to perfect for you? See, if you find a spot in the middle of this triangle, maybe you're more towards the top. So yes, you're not perfect at work. No, you are not perfect at your relationship. You're not perfect at self-care, but your work takes priority. Then that means that you optimize your work schedule over the other 2. Pretty simple, right? But what if you want to move that a little bit more even? You want it to be a little bit closer to the middle where all 3 are equal. Well, you do things like record YouTube videos on your lunch breaks. You do things like meal prep all of your meals so you have more time during the day to do your hobbies and to go out with friends or to exercise and do things of that nature. Or for your self-care, you decide to adopt something new. Instead of going out and taking a spa day, during your shower or bath, you add on an extra 10-15 minutes, buy some nice products, and you optimize that time that you have. The point is, in order to balance all this stuff, you have yourself in a comfort zone. But the thing is, time is a social construct, right? I mean, we have leap days where we literally could not figure out time, and so we have to add on extra days, and every 4 years we have a February 29th, and it doesn't exist for the other years? Well, sometimes so is your comfort zone, and yes, it's different for everyone, but if your comfort zone is something that you create, if your ambitions and goals is something that you create, then you can push it a little more. You can move it ever so slightly to go as far as you can and optimize your time so you are a little bit closer to the center of that triangle. I am not saying that you are going to be able to do that. I am not saying to work yourself to death like I do or sacrifice sleep like I do, but basically work with what you can. There is only so many constraints that you can work against, and no, it's not going to be perfect, but you can try and make it just a little bit better. If you work out, maybe buy something that you can do while you're sitting at work or while you're in your classes. Yes, someone might say something to you, people might find it odd, but you're the one that's fixing your life. You're the one that's getting more use out of the hours that you have in a day, so why does it matter? Of course, that's a whole nother thing, and yeah, it sucks that it's not normalized, but if that's what you have to do, that is what you have to do. And I will say that social media plays such a big part in taking us off track towards this, right? It takes us off the middle, because social media is technically a relationship, but it's also self-care, very toxic self-care, but some of us also work with social media, so it's hard. But if you are scrolling on TikTok, watching shorts, or even this YouTube video, and it is not making you productive, what else could you be doing during this time? I'm not saying give up social media completely, though in some cases, if that's what you have to do, if that's your sacrifice, instead of one of your 3 legs of your triangle, then maybe that's what you have to do. But while you're scrolling through, what else could you be editing a video? Could you be talking to your friends and having relationships that way? Could you also be painting your nails and performing self-care? Whatever pushes you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but also helps you kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, sacrifice is hard. Yes, we might have to give up some of the nice things that we enjoy in life, but sometimes it's worth it in order to be able to manage other things. Whether you are a student trying to have multiple classes and work a job and also have a social life and live your high school or college career, or maybe you are working full-time and you are going back to school and you are trying to have side hustles and you're trying to invest. At the end of the day, you made those goals because you want to push yourself. You want to do more than the normal. So you got to understand that in that 24-hour time, you have to do things that are not normal, that are outside of your normal comfort zone. But your first step is choosing a spot in that triangle. And once you do, you got to find out, what are you going to sacrifice? What are you going to optimize, and how exactly you're going to do it? What are you going to give up? When are you going to do it? And what exactly is going to change in your life for you to manage that? And remember, it's okay to not be perfect. Again, time is a social construct, and even that isn't perfect. And that is fine. And it's so hard for people to understand you do not have to be perfect. Yes, you want to optimize your time. Yes, you want to manage more and do more. But there's only so much you can do in 24 hours before you pass out. And I know I say that I do not sleep, and I really should work hard on that, but I do have days where, even though I've eliminated self-care, I take a day to myself and I actually spend time going out and doing some retail therapy and just doing self-care. I do my hair myself and my nails myself, and that's just a little bit of a way for me to sneak in that last leg. Now, everyone's gonna be different, and I understand that. If this video helps eliminate any pressure off your shoulders, then it would have been worth my lunch break. And that's what you get to make things worth it. If you do like this, please do like the video. If you have any comments, if you have any tips on how you manage your time or how you believe that time should be managed, let's have a discussion. Talk to me in the comments. As always, please subscribe for more content like this. We will be talking about self-care and how I try to sneak it in there, as well as work-life balance in the future. So please stick around. And of course, remember, I am not a professional. I'm just the middle child. But I do love you. Go and kick some butt.